My name is Khadijah Lashaun, and I am the Black guidance counselor that my community needs. I'm a strategic investor and CEO. I make money in my sleep, and I teach others how to do the same. I share my knowledge, talents, and resources with others. So if you're in need of that motivation or courage to start following your own path, look no further. My intention is to share as much value with you all as possible and to show you that there are many different paths to happiness and many different paths to wealth. You just have to find the one that's right for you. All right. I'm going to say my angel number 111 affirmations, y'all. This is actually my billionaire affirmation. So please take note. If you guys say affirmations every day in the mirror, or you need to start saying affirmations in the mirror every day, these will only help you, because when you start your day off knowing who you are, why you are here, and what is your purpose, your day, it just goes so much better. I promise it goes so much better. So I encourage you to really take the time to make your own list of affirmations. What is important to you? What kind of person do you aspire to be? What kind of things are important to you? What kind of things do you want to attain? What kind of mindsets do you have now that you need to challenge? This is important because when it comes to growth, and we're all growing, we are all growing, whether or not you want to, you can decide how you would like to grow. So with your affirmations, you can affirm to yourself, lay down now. Everybody. Lay down. Stay down. It's still on. So when you decide to yourself who you are, what do you represent, what's important to you, what do you want to have, and you affirm it to yourself every day. You affirm it not just to yourself, but you also affirm it to the universe. And this is important because if you don't know who you are or what you aspire or what you want to have and stuff like that, you don't know those things, you're moving in life and you can feel lost because you want directions, but you don't have a destination. You understand? So if you don't have a destination or a place that you're trying to get to, something to look forward to, that you're working towards, lay down now. Lay down now. This is the last time I'm asking you. If you get up again, I'm shocking you. If you don't have a destination in mind of where you would like to go or what you would like to obtain in life, or just the things that are important to you, your purpose and your mission and why are you here, like if you don't have those things and you don't know those things, or you don't take the time to figure out those things, you're moving in life lost. Like you're just doing stuff instead of like being intentional about what you're doing and why you're doing it. Like, why are you working the job that you work? What is your goal with that? Where is this going to take you? What's the next step? Like, thinking about these things is very important, y'all. So I'm going to share my angel number 111 affirmations. I've been saying these now for over a year. And they've just been helping everything starts to fall in line. Like, you see me now. I have an Airbnb. I've been had my own house, but I have my Airbnb finally started. Okay. I was talking about Airbnb for like 2 years before I officially started. And it's because you have to realize that it's a process. It's a process, meaning it's not just going to come to you overnight. It's not just going to be perfect or anything like that. Like, things take time. My YouTube, I've been doing that for 5 years now. So some of my videos, they never hit more than like 50 views. But now I have videos that are consistently going above like 1,000 and stuff like that. It's a process. Same with my Instagram. I started out with no followers on this page. It was a whole completely different brand that I switched it up and I've rebranded. But I'm just saying that we all start where we're at. And if you don't be specific about where you're going, how are you going to get there? Okay? All right, so I'm going to go through my angel number 111 affirmations. I'm looking at myself. I encourage you, when you say your affirmations, to say them in the mirror, look in the camera. It doesn't matter. Say them to you. You need to believe it. Because for me, when I started saying these affirmations, I did not believe it. I did not believe that I was a strategic investor or CEO. I did not believe that I was a full-time entrepreneur. I did not believe those things. It took time. It took consistency. It took repetition for me to start believing it and to know it and to work in it. Like, just keep walking towards that, you know, like, so it's a process, y'all. Be patient, okay? Everything is always working out perfectly for me. Out of this situation, only good will come. I'm on the right path to building wealth, love, and happiness for myself and my family. I am a naturally dedicated, powerful, and resourceful creator. I take positive steps in the direction of where I would like my life to go. I educate myself to fill any mental gaps to keep me moving in the right direction. I am a successful homeowner, businesswoman. I am a strategic investor, CEO. I'm a strategic investor and CEO. My money works for me. Money-making opportunities flow to me freely and continuously. I am who I am. I am loved, adored, and appreciated by others. I added this one recently too. I am the Black guidance counselor that my community needs. I share my knowledge, talents, and resources with others. I will continue to lead with love. I will continue to lead with love and give my love freely to myself and to others, especially my family. My financial situation is getting better each and every day. I always have what I need when I need it. I stand firm in my personal truths, protected in the light of Jesus Christ. This is why I do my tea times, okay? I do my tea times because I'm going to expose myself, okay? Because nobody else is going to expose me. That's the way I live my life. It's like, you're not going to say something about me that I didn't already say about myself. So, you know, like, at least you know I'm honest. At least you know that it is what it is when it comes to me. And I tell you the truth. I tell you my truth. You know, like, somebody else's truth may be different, but at least I told mine. So I refuse to allow other people to tell their truth about me without telling my truth about myself. That's why I do tea times, okay? Check them out. Seriously, okay? I own my story so I can decide how my life will go. I am a billionaire. Supernatural success follows me everywhere I go. I am worthy and deserving. I am Lay down. You better chill out. He thinks I'm not joking with him. He thinks like, so basically the way this works right here, I know I'm cutting a little random. The way this works right here is I typically do positive reinforcement like this. This is positive reinforcement. It's association, okay? This beep means good job. It means you're doing good. Keep doing what you're doing. This right here, I'm not going to press it, but this right here is vibrate. The vibrate, it's a signal that you're being a bad boy. Stop doing what you're doing. So instead of me yelling at my dog and me being like, stop, hey, stop, you know, like I press the vibrate. He don't like it, you know, like it doesn't hurt him, but he doesn't like it. So it's like a negative punishment. It's like a positive punishment. Yeah. So I'm adding something that he doesn't like to tell him that stop doing this. And then there's the shock. I try not to use the shock just because I don't want to hurt the relationship with him. And I prefer to use positive reinforcement because for me, what I realized with him, I don't have to use treats. I didn't have to use treats with him or anything because he doesn't like the vibrate at all. Like he really does not like the vibrate. So he will do anything it takes to keep getting that beep, that beep. So he knows that he's doing a good job. So what happened was, I prefer not to use the shock, but if I have to, I will. I prefer not to use it because I feel that if I just keep encouraging him to be good, and he'll keep being good. Like, I'd rather encourage the right behaviors than keep punishing the bad behaviors. That's just the way I prefer to train my dog. But, you know, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I lead with love and correct my past mistakes for a better future. I am the spark to generational wealth for myself and my family. Everything I invest in pays me 100-fold or more. I make money in my sleep, and I teach others how to do the same. I expect to continue to grow and give my love freely to myself and to others. I expect to continue to grow and give my love to those who deserve it. Once I accept and love my true self and purpose, I expect to connect with the partner who matches me on all levels. All levels. I expect to have abundant financials where my family and I will be well taken care of and can travel the world together and live a luxurious, fulfilling, and adventurous life. I expect to live in a multi-million-dollar home. I expect to drive luxurious cars like BMWs and Mercedes. I expect to live a happy and fulfilling life. I expect to obtain great credit, build an abundant amount of cash flowing assets for my empire, and I expect to be financially stable, independent, and secure. I expect to be loved and accepted for who I am. I will be that blessing that others need. I will provide for my family. I will educate others, and we will live a long, fulfilling, and amazing life together. It's power in my preference. All things are working in my favor. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so that is my angel number 111 affirmations. I hope you got some inspiration for some affirmations that you can start doing. I really do. And I want you to know that it's important. It's important to affirm your life. It's important to be clear with yourself about what's important to you. What are you living by? Like, what is your standard? So I encourage you to be honest and tell yourself what you need to hear. You know, I have conversations with myself all the time, okay? That is why I podcast, because that's why I do YouTube, because sometimes we have to say how we feel right now, but when you go back and listen to it, you can remind yourself of that. You know, like, you can talk to yourself. That's why I like doing YouTube and I like doing these IG lives, because I'll go back and listen to myself and also increase my engagement and stuff like that, of course. But I'm just saying to listen to myself and know, like, this is why. This is why. This is why. You know, like, just reminding myself, keeping my mindset strong. I think it's very important that you understand that if you want any type of success, if you want to accomplish any goals, if you want to achieve anything in life, your mindset will determine that. So if your mindset isn't strong, if you don't know where you're going, if you're not clear and you have clarity in your vision of what you want for your life, what are you doing? What are you doing? And this is not to make you feel bad. It's just to make you think. It's to make you think. Like, what do you want? What do you need to hear from yourself? What do you need to work on? Like, for me, there was a lot of things I had to work on. That last year and this year. Moving forward, we're always progressing. We're always working on things. So I just realized that these were the things that were very important that I start stepping in this direction. So I hope you got some inspiration from these affirmations. I'm going to jump straight into meditation, because I just said my affirmations and now I'm going to meditate, because I spoke to the universe and now I'm going to meditate on what I just said. But I'm also just going to clear my mind with my meditation, okay? You're welcome to join me if you like. That's my dog snoring in the background. That's going to be the whole time. So, but, ooh, that actually sounds good. I'm not going to lie. I would love to have some spaghetti, but spaghetti with zucchini noodles. I know it sounds weird, but I feel like it would taste good. And it's a vegetable, so I wouldn't feel so bad about eating it versus, oh, can I have some pasta? Because I would definitely want to have some pasta, like, but not pasta. You know, like, I'm being more mindful of the way I eat. I do still eat what I want. I feel like what I've realized about eating and just weight loss and stuff like that is just, it's not about it is about what you eat, but it's more so about how much of it that you're eating. Like, if you're going crazy with the portions, like, that's what I did. That's what I did. I'm honest with y'all. Like, I'm honest with y'all about the fact that I wasn't always like this. I was 300 pounds before the pandemic, y'all. 300 pounds. That didn't happen for no reason. You know, like, I had to start taking ownership over my body. Like, you gotta, if you want a different body, if you don't like your body, you don't like the way it looks, you need to start like loving your body the way it is first. Then you can start working on the weight loss. Like, because if you don't love where you're at now and how you feel the next day after you eat, yes, absolutely. Like, absolutely. Like, not even the next day. Like, for me, I was eating to avoid certain things. You know, I was eating my feelings. That's the truth. I was eating my feelings. So it wasn't the next day. It was the next day I would feel bad, but also right after the meal, because I ate so much, I would feel stuffed. I would always feel stuffed. I was eating too much. I was overeating, and it would make me feel uncomfortable. It would make me feel like, damn, like, it would make you feel like shit about yourself. So if you already feel like shit about yourself, and then you start, eating, you know, it's just not going to be a good thing. It's not going to be a good situation when you eat. You're eating based on emotion, and you got to just, like, you should be eating to live, not eating, like, eat what you want, okay? Eat what you want. But the best advice I could give you, if you want to lose weight, the best advice I could give you, the best advice, the thing that helped me lose weight at first was just cutting my portions. Like, eat less. Like, wherever you're at right now, if you want to lose weight, eat less of whatever you're already eating, and watch the change start to happen. I'm not saying change your eating habits yet. You do need to start changing your eating habits, absolutely. But the thing about weight loss is it's a journey. It's not like, boom, I'm to the weight that I want. Like, no, you're gonna have some, I lose some weight, I gain some weight. I lose some weight, I gain some weight, until you realize what is causing you to gain weight. And for me, it was the sugary drinks. It was sodas, it was juice, it was carbs. So like pasta, bread, pizza, all the stuff that I love. I love those things. Even now, I could eat some pasta. I could eat some rice. I could eat that. I could really eat that. But I have to recognize that it's like, how often are you eating that? How much of it are you eating? Even toppings like condiments and stuff like that. Like, I used to love hibachi. These are two of my favorite types of food. I love hibachi, like Sakura, but it's also expensive. So that's also why I chilled on that, because I was spending a lot of money on hibachi. So I love hibachi because it has the rice and it has the meat and it's just the yum yum sauce and all that stuff. Like, I just can't eat it all the time. Like, you can't do everything all the time, because if you do, you can't be mad when you look at the scale and you're not happy. You know, like, I had doctors telling me I had to stop, you know, like, but that wasn't what made me start my journey. What made me start my journey was realizing that I don't want my body to be like this forever. Like, I want to experience a smaller body. Like, actually, like, starting to believe that I could have a smaller body. That was, like, really the belief is the step that is, like, a lot of people don't realize that's the hardest step, but it's the step that's most necessary. Is if you don't believe you can lose weight, if you think that no matter what you do, you're going to be overweight, you're right. You're right. But if you start to believe differently, you start to believe, okay, if I start changing certain habits, if I start cutting back on certain things, I will lose weight. You start to believe it. You start taking action. Aligned action. Aligned action. You can't just talk about it. Okay? You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. And that's why I try to encourage you guys. Like, I show you guys what I be eating. I show you guys what I be drinking. I drink my tea every day. I've realized for me, the best step. So this is where I'm at now. Okay. This is 2 years after the pandemic. And I mean, we're kind of still in the pandemic, but this is 2 years later. I was 300 pounds then. Now I'm about 220. So that's 80 pounds across 2 years that I've lost and kept off. So I wasn't here last year. I was 260. It took time to get right, because you slowly progress in the right direction. It's baby steps. For me, it was like, okay, cut your portions. Once I got good with cutting my portions, I also stopped eating certain types of food like so much. I still eat what I eat. I eat what I eat. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all might catch me at the McDonald's, okay? But not all the time. You might catch me at Panda Express, but not all the time. You understand? Like, it's understanding that you don't have to eat bad all the time, especially if you want a certain body. Like, for me, what's important to me, what I'm working on now is I've lost this weight. I like my body. I'm happy with where I'm at weight-wise. I don't feel obese. I don't feel like, even though technically they're like, oh, you need to be this weight when you're this height. Like, I'm a thick girl. I'm cool with being a thick girl. I'd rather be thick now than where I was then. But I'm a thick girl, so I'm okay with where I'm at, 220, it's much better than 300. So I have to recognize the progress that I have made and really be grateful for that, because it wasn't an overnight thing. You have to take consistent steps in the direction of where you would like to go. So that's why I do my affirmations, because I had to first decide where I wanted to go. Do I want to keep the same 300-pound body, or do I want to switch things up and move in a better direction? Do I want to get more than 300 pounds with the behaviors that I'm in? Like, it's like deciding, okay, like understanding and accepting that like your actions have led you to this point. Accept that. Accept it. Okay? It's going to empower you, because even though maybe they weren't the best actions, you still take ownership. Like, okay, I did these things. I ate these, like I have these habits, and it's gotten to me to this point. But moving forward, I would like to start forming better habits. Like, move forward. Don't be stuck thinking like, oh, this is all it ever is going, like, this is how it's going to be forever. Like, just because I weigh this much, or I'm obese, or I have high blood pressure, I have all these issues. Like, I didn't have high blood pressure or anything like that, but I'm just saying that just because you're where you're at doesn't mean where you have to be forever. Like, you can move in a different direction. No matter what, you can always move in a different direction. So yes, I think portion control is very important. I also feel like cutting down on sodas and stuff like that, cutting back. I don't want to say to anybody, I don't recommend going cold turkey when it comes to dietary changes, because when you go cold turkey, you make it more likely that you're not going to follow through and keep with it. Like, if you go cold turkey and you're like, oh, I'm just not going to eat bad no more. Like, you kind of like set unrealistic expectations for yourself. And then when you don't reach them, it kind of confirms the idea that you're stuck, like that you're never going to be able to lose weight. But what I encourage people to do is to make small changes at a time. Make changes that you decide. Don't make changes that I say. Decide for yourself what foods, and this, I'm talking about weight loss because that's what I know. That's what I've done. Like, I that's all I can speak on right now. But like, I can speak on a lot of things, but especially with entrepreneurship. But I'm just saying that decide what changes you need to make, and start with one. Just start with one and do that consistently. They say in order to form a habit, you have to do it for 21 days. Once you do it for 21 days, you formed a habit. So it's easier to keep going with it. So if it's, for me, I didn't go to the gym. I still don't go to the gym. It's diet. Like, weight is diet. It's how you eat. So for me, I don't go to the gym. Like, I just don't. I walk my dogs. I go up and down the stairs. I have a lot of stairs in my house, so I do get some exercise in when I'm cleaning and stuff. But I'm also a mover now because I have less weight on me. So before, when I was heavier, it wasn't as easy to move around fast. You know, like I was a slow walker. I was slow and I was heavy. So it weighs on you. You understand? So like when you're trying to do anything, that's something that I realized too with the weight loss, is that I didn't want to be like this forever. I don't want it to be a situation of I can't get on this ride because I'm past the weight limit. Like that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I don't want that. I didn't want it to be a situation where it was like, oh, now you have diabetes because you've been eating so bad. Like I didn't want it to go that far. So my dad, he always told me when I was younger, because we all had weight issues in my family, and it's something that you kind of learn. It's not their fault, you know. It's not their fault, but I'm just saying that he always said to me, he was like, if you don't stop eating the way you're eating, one day you're going to wind up 300 pounds. What happened? Exactly that. So when it did happen, it was like, damn, like you're really at 300. Like you're there. Like, do you want it to be 400? Like, do you want to be on the show like My 600-Pound Life? Like, no, no, I don't want that. I did not want that. So that's when I had to really start taking ownership over the way I was eating in my life. Like, just really take ownership over your life. Understand and recognize that you are where you are because you led yourself here. And it's okay. It's okay. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Another reason why I was overweight is because I had some unhealed traumas going on. You know, I had some abusers in my life who I never forgave, or who I just, you know, I wasn't dwelling or anything, but that was a part of it too. You know, like how you look and how you feel is how you look is a representation of how you feel. So I didn't look good. I didn't feel good. You know, I really I didn't like myself at all. At all. I hated myself. I didn't like myself at all. Like, I liked me, my personality, but like as far as like my looks were concerned, as far as my hair, as far as everything, I didn't like myself. So I was just like, I don't want to keep being like this. I don't want to keep not liking myself, you know? It's time I tell myself I'm not hungry. I'm bored. Exactly. That's the thing too. I realized I kept being like, I'm hungry. I kept saying it to everything, but I wasn't really hungry. Like, I even found myself saying I'm hungry. Then I was like, I'm hungry. And I was like, am I really hungry? I just ate, you know? Like, so I was just like, you start convincing yourself that you're hungry, and you have to realize it's really your mind. You're programming yourself. The way you speak is the way you program yourself. So like, if you're saying I'm hungry to everything all the time, and you're eating all the time, you can't be mad when you look at the scale and you don't like what you see. Like, I did not like what I saw. It was embarrassing looking at the scale. I did not look at the scale for the longest time. I didn't wear jeans, nothing like that. I wore sweatpants, yoga pants. That was my go-to. I wore yoga pants and hoodies. I still like hoodies, and I don't really wear yoga pants like that. I wear jeans, but I'm just saying that I really had to like change everything that I was doing. Like, it's like your actions and behaviors are leading to this point. Do you like where you're at? Do you want different? You know? So I had to decide I wanted different, and then I had to start working in that direction. You need to start deciding what you want and stop just accepting what is. Just because this is the way it is right now doesn't mean this is how it has to be. Take control. Okay? Take control over your life. You are the master creator of your life. The master creator of your life. That's why I have the Black Creator Podcast. I talk about this stuff. I talk about manifestation. I talk about the law of attraction. I talk about spirituality. I have honest conversations with people because these are things that I feel passionately about. These are realizations I've come to in my life. And I just realized that, like, there's a lot of knowledge out there that people don't have access to. They just don't know. The way we were taught to eat, eating 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day? Really? What? That's what we were taught. That's the norm. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what works for me now? I don't eat 3 meals a day. I actually fast for most of the day. Like, most of the day. So there's this thing called intermittent fasting. And that's something that I'm on now. I've gotten to that stage. It took time for me to get comfortable with fasting. But I eat 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day. And I can decide what that meal is. You know, it could be any meal. As long as I did certain things. As long as I took my tea in the morning. I always have honey and ginger in my tea. Ginger is a natural, it kind of burns fat a little bit, I feel like. At least it has for me. But I also eat a tablespoon of sea moss every day. That's what I've gotten onto now. And that helps with detoxing. It really helps keep your skin clear, keeps you looking young. I mean, I don't have to worry about that right now, but I'm just saying it helps with other things like sexually. It helps with that. Sea moss really helps with everything. Everything. And it's from God. So I encourage people to eat sea moss. It helped me a lot with the last bit of weight that I've lost. Like, I feel like sea moss helps me because it's like now when I do eat what I want, because I only eat 1 meal a day, it doesn't do anything bad. You know, like I stay in the same weight. And it works for me. 1 meal a day works for me because I've finally like let go of that. I'm hungry. Like, I feel like this year was really the start of like getting it all the way together. You know, your journey started with choices. Colonics. Okay. I never had one of those. It gives your body time to digest. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like fasting, once you're there, once you're ready for all that, fasting really does help the body. It does the body really good things to the body. And I say intermittent fasting, I do real fast where like I don't eat anything for days. That's what I did earlier this year. If you go back and watch my lives and my tea time and all that stuff, like there was a good 7 days out this year already that I wasn't eating anything. And that was because I was connecting to my source. That's a whole nother story. If you want to hear more about how to connect to your source, watch the first episode of my podcast and you'll get a little bit more information about what that means. But so now what I'm doing is kind of like intermittent fasting, and it kind of, I fell into it. It wasn't like this is what I'm doing. It's just like, oh, well, I'm not really that hungry in the morning. Not really that hungry. I am a little hungry, but the tea, it soothes my stomach. I'm fine. I take my tablespoon of sea moss and I do my day. I go throughout my day. If I snack, I try to snack on like fruits if I can, if I have access to good fruits. I try to snack on fruits or vegetables. I'll eat like a salad or something, but it really varies. I'm not going to say there's a set, like this is what I do, but definitely take my tea in the morning, take my sea moss, my tablespoon of sea moss, and then I eat one meal. And if I need more tea, I'll drink more tea, but I always drink water. I'm chilling on the sodas. I'm chilling on the juices. What's crazy too, this is crazy. This is fasting, man. So after my 7-day fast, before my 7-day fast, I was eating horrible. And it was probably because relationship stuff and like all that. Like I was eating horrible. But after my fast, I tried to like go back to eating a little bit bad. And what happened was the sugary drinks don't taste the same to me anymore. Like they literally don't taste. Okay, so you can find my podcast. It's my link in my bio. You can find my podcast. It's also on Apple Podcast and it's on Spotify. It's called the Black Creator Podcast. The Black Creator Podcast. I have about 7 episodes out now. More episodes will be coming soon. But these IG lives, I'm going to upload the audio and those are going to be on my podcast too and my YouTube channel. So definitely connect with me and everything. But yeah, after my fast, food started tasting different. Like, it was a 7-day fast. All I ate and drank was, I had tea every day, honey and lemon most days. At the very least, honey. But honey and lemon most days with ginger in it, when I could. I use a piece of ginger now. Before, I was using an actual ginger tea, but I just started using a piece of ginger because I'm just like, what's the difference? You know, like, it's honey and lemon. That's the tea for me. And then I put ginger in it because I know ginger is good for me. So, but yeah, after the fast, like, sodas and sugary drinks, they didn't taste the same. Like, I tried drinking them, but I didn't like it anymore. So, progress, progress, because I love me some sugary drinks. I love me some juice, some apple juice, any type of sugary drink, I was with it, so just the fact that now after my fast, I completed it, I really was asking God to, like, help me, like, because it's like, I've gotten to this point and I don't want to go back anything. Like, I don't want to go backwards. I only want to go forward. I'm not really trying to lose more weight. That's not where I'm at right now. I'm chilling. I'm where I'm at and I'm happy with where I'm at. But I also didn't want to keep going back on bad habits and just keep doing bad habits. Like, I do eat whatever I want, but the sugary drinks is really an addiction for me. Sugary drinks and carbs are an addiction for me. Like, legit. Because once I get started, it's hard to stop, So I wanted God to, like, kind of heal whatever it was that was making me keep going back to that. And I feel like he did. So I'm very happy where I'm at right now. Like, I'm very grateful for where I'm at. And I hope that y'all get some inspiration for anybody out there watching who, maybe you want to start a journey. It could be a hair journey. It could be a weight loss journey. It could be a job journey. It doesn't matter. I just hope that you get some inspiration here and know that whatever you want, it shall be yours. But you must believe it. So in order to believe it, you need to affirm it. Okay? Write it down. Write it down and speak it every day. Your life will only get better. Okay? Now, I've been saying I was going to start this meditation time for a minute. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit and start my meditation. But you guys are free to connect with my other content. My tea time, y'all. Y'all need to check my tea time out. I'm telling you. Because my tea time, I be spilling the tea. And I'm putting myself out there. But God tells me to. So I'm listening and I'm taking note of what he's saying. Because I know it's only going to lead in a good direction. So, alright. So, I'm actually going to scoot all the way back because I want to rest my back on the wall. I like to be comfortable when I meditate. I don't know about y'all, but I like to be comfortable when I meditate. I don't like to be like, but you see that? How I move so comfortably on the bed? Before it was like, like it was just like so much weight on me that it was harder to move around. It was harder to do everything. So I just had to make a change. I had to make a change. Alright, we're going to do 15 minutes of meditation. You are welcome to join me if you'd like. If you don't join me, it's okay. But I would encourage you to always take some time to yourself. Every single day. Always take some time for yourself. Okay? Hop back on the bed, boy. Hop up. Lay down right there. Ace, come up here. Hop up. Lay down. Good. Lay down. Good boy. Alright, I'm going to jump into my meditation, y'all. I'm going to start the timer. Just a little warning so you know how to meditate and stuff like that. Like for me, some people sit on the floor. I don't sit on the floor when I meditate. If I do, I sit on a pillow. I like to be comfortable. That's important to me. Meditate. The reason why I meditate is because it calms my mind. And that's important. We have so many thoughts every day, all day long, and then those thoughts just keep piling on every day. So if you never take time to like clear your mind will constantly be scattered. That's what I realized for me. So I meditate pretty much every day now, and it helps me clear my mind. It helps me vibrate on good energy. And it also helps me connect to my source. So a lot of times when I meditate, I'll get ideas, like amazing ideas, because I calm my mind, and the good, like whatever the real thought I need to be thinking about comes through. So I like that. Meditation, it really helps me come up with good ideas, brainstorm and stuff like that. So we're going to meditate, and while we meditate, I encourage you to really write it down. If you get an idea, if you get a thought that's very important, it's like, oh, don't forget this. Write it down, okay? Because you may not be able to use it today. You may not be able to use it tomorrow. But one day, that idea will mean something, okay? But I don't want you to focus on ideas when you meditate, okay? So when we're meditating, we're going to be focusing on our in through your nose, out through your nose. We're going to focus on our breathing, okay? That's all that you need to focus. No, Riley. Focus on your breathing, and if an idea does come, write it down. But what I want you to do intentionally is to not worry. This time is not about worrying. It's not about stressing. This time is for you, okay? This time is for you. So I need you to really take this time and love on you and just focus on your breathing, okay? Focus on positive energy. We got enough negative out there, okay? I didn't light my Palo Santo today, but I did open my window, okay? Watch out, Brad. All right, about to start the timer, y'all. 15 minutes and 55 seconds is what I'm doing, but you're welcome to meditate for however long you like, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna go get me some pasta. Okay. Start my day like that. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Talking to my videographer. My intention is to... Alright, 15 minutes and 55 seconds, y'all. Y'all ready? I'm going to start the timer. And I want you to focus on your breathing. In through your nose, out through your nose. And we're going to let any worries go. Just let it go. This is not the time for that. Ready, set, go. In through your nose. Hold it at the top. And slowly let it out. If you have like noises in your body, it could be a groan, it could be a sigh, let it out. Breathe it in. Hold it. And slowly let it out. you have any tension in your body, if you have facial muscles that are stiffened or got shoulders that need to be relaxed, your neck, try your best to, when you hold it, release all that tension in your body, okay? Deep breath in. Hold it. And slowly release it. Keep going. Still got about less than 3 minutes on the clock, so just keep breathing, y'all. Alright, that's the end of the time, y'all. I just got so many great ideas. Got so many good ideas. So many great ideas, y'all. Okay, so just know that meditation allows you to connect to your creative self. It allows you to start thinking bigger and brighter and connects to your higher self. And it can only do you good, so you might as well get started on it. This is gonna be the last time that y'all see me today. Maybe y'all see me a little bit later tonight, possibly, but don't count on it. I will be showing up for y'all every day, consistently, because I want y'all to show up every day, consistently. So I must lead by example. I must lead by example. You know what, let me go back onto that real quick. Okay. Yeah, these are some great ideas. Alright, cool. Send those to myself. Great way to keep track of your thoughts or keep track of your mind is to message yourself instead of texting somebody else. You can write in your notes too, but what I do a lot of times is I'll text myself. I have 2 phones, so I'll text the other phone, but what you can also do is text yourself on your phone if you have ideas that come to you randomly, where you're just like, oh, let me hurry up and send this to myself so I don't forget. You can do that, you know. I will continue to share tips and everything that have worked well for me, and I appreciate you guys for appreciating me. I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you need to, and you should hit the bell, okay? Because I have an Airbnb 2021 house tour coming out very, very soon, okay? I already filmed it. Now I just got to edit it and upload it. So definitely follow my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, check out my podcast. It's on Apple podcast. It's on Spotify and it's on Anchor. It's on Google Podcasts too. It's called the Black Creator Podcast, brought to you by your Black Guidance Counselor. My whole entire goal with it is to expose and to really highlight entrepreneurial and spiritual journeys, because we are spiritual beings, you know? We're just in physical bodies. And I want to highlight that and really talk about topics that maybe you never thought of before. I want to expand your mind a little bit. So if you haven't checked out the rest of my tea times, you need to check out my tea times, okay? You need to check out my tea times. They're IG lives that I do. And I just share value. I share knowledge all the time, every day. Every single day you're getting something from me, I promise. So definitely subscribe to my channel. Check out my podcast. You're going to be really surprised by the things that I talk about on my podcast, okay? And I mean that in the best way. I did have my tea today. I had my honey, lemon, and ginger tea today. I had my tablespoon of sea moss. I have some oranges here I'm going to snack on later when I drive. But I'm about to go get some dinner for my mom. She got some zoodles, some spaghetti, with like zucchini noodles. So I'm going to see what it tastes like. If it tastes good, I'm going to start incorporating zoodles in my diet, because I need to get more vegetables in me. And I like pasta, so it could be a good substitute. I'm hopeful. Fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes. But I will see you guys later. I appreciate you, and I love you, and I hope that you feel loved and appreciated. Okay? I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.